Hi lovies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into this video. So, lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where a lot of people, especially our brothers and sisters, are celebrating and having fun on Juneteenth Day until this actually surfaces on my For You, and I decided to stitch it. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video.
Okay, so
Alright,
people, first of all, Juneteenth is not your freedom day at all. If anything, it's a day where you should be giving unwavering thanks to Black people, because not only did we build this country, but we actually saved it from itself. Oh, you didn't know? Well, let me put y'all on game. So when the Civil War first broke out, it was a whole mess. Now let's start with the Battle of Bull Run. So basically the North only had like 2,000 men in the army, and they thought it was sweet because the Confederates didn't even have no army for real. They was just a bunch of white thugs who was gonna windmill their way into keeping their slaves. So Bull Run happened like 30 miles outside of DC, and Lincoln was like, oh, we should be straight. It's only gonna take us like 90 days to get this done because them people over there can't fight. The thing was, the North couldn't fight either. So now the first little spectacle, everybody pull up with their picnic baskets and stuff like that. They think it's gonna be a little squabble, like World Star or something like that, and they were highly mistaken. Highly mistaken. What happened was, it was ugly. It was brutal. Matter of fact, the North got mollywopped. So then Lincoln was like, oh my gosh, like this is not gonna work. Like I need to figure something else out. Now from Jump Street, the slaves started running away from their slave masters and stuff like that. And they pulling up and they begging Lincoln, like, Lincoln, let us fight, bro. Like we don't like them people either. Like put us in, coach. Like we got you. Like we want all the smoke with these mugs. Like you ain't got to worry about nothing. Like we good. And then so Lincoln was like, no. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I don't think that's a good idea. Matter of fact, if I can win this war without freeing the slaves, that's what I'm gonna do. So now Frederick Douglass, he was not to be played with, okay? He kept a P with Lincoln at all times. He was like, hey, check this out, Lincoln. Like, that's cute and all, but let me just keep it a buck with you, homie. You're not gonna win this war without us, okay? Like, you think you got it, but you don't got it. So whenever you're ready, stop playing with yourself. Let me know, and I'll throw the hat, do the signal, and we'll be ready to get down, because you gonna need us, bro. So when Lincoln got tired of getting, boy, mess him up. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to mess with the South bad. I'm gonna have to mess up their bread. That's the only way we're finna win this. So Lincoln was like, well, the only reason why the South is able to keep up with us and keep fighting with us the way they're doing is because they got the slaves. So if I take their slaves, that's gonna mess with their bread. And if they ain't got no bread, they can't keep fighting, because you need bread to fight in a war. Okay? You gotta have clothes and medicine and food and weapons and all that kind of stuff. So if you ain't got no money, you ain't got no stuff, and it's gonna be a wrap. But before Lincoln actually signed the Emancipation Proclamation, he sent a warning shot, and he was like, check this out. I'm finna free them slaves over there. I'm just letting y'all know. So if y'all want to get right, get tight, and y'all want to be looking crazy at the end of this, go ahead and put your weapons down. Go ahead and call it a day, and come on back home and do what you do. I might even let you leave with a souvenir. But if you don't, it's finna be up. And after fighting them for so long, one of the only reasons why Lincoln even felt comfortable doing this and freeing the slaves is because he knew England wasn't going to jump in. Because by this point, England wasn't really fooling with slavery like that. And he knew that England was not going to want to jump in and help the Confederates, because I was going to make them look funny. And they wasn't trying to have their hands dirty in that game no more. So he was like, oh, we safe. Like, ain't nobody going to come help y'all fight. So it's going to be a wrap. So now we're getting closer and closer to January 1st when Lincoln finna sign this paperwork, right? And he was like, hold on, we got a problem. When we free them people, what they finna do? And where they finna go? Like, we need to figure this out. So then he called some old uppity Black people, right? And he had a meeting with them, and he was like, hey y'all, like, I'm finna free some of them slaves over there, but we're gonna have to find somewhere for them to go. So what y'all wanna do? Where y'all wanna go? Y'all can go back to Africa. Y'all wanna go to Spain? Who you need to call? We'll just find y'all little area, and y'all could go, settle up somewhere. And the people was like, wait, huh? And Lincoln was like, well, yeah, bro, like, cause y'all know we really only in this squabble because of the slaves. And so we don't think it's a good idea that, like, y'all stay in America after that, cause it might be ugly. And to be honest with you, I don't think Black people and white people are gonna be able to coexist like that. Like, these white folks is out of pocket. They really don't like y'all like that. And I feel for y'all. So where y'all wanna go? Like, we good at colonizing, so I'm sure we could find somewhere for y'all to go. So now word about this get back to Frederick Douglass, right? And so Frederick Douglass is like, oh no, Lincoln, don't play in our face like that. First and foremost, we are American. So let's start there. And second of all, y'all not fighting because of slaves. Y'all fighting because of slavery. So go on, sign that paperwork of freedom, people, and we're going to have to figure it out from there. So then on January 1st, 1863, Lincoln went ahead and signed the Emancipation Proclamation freeing the slaves in the rebellion states. In the rebellion states. Not all the slaves, the ones in the rebellion states. But for whatever reason, Texas being Texas, they didn't get the message that them slaves were supposed to be free until June 19th, 1865. So now the next time you call yourself being cute and trying to commemorate our freedom, at least get our flag right. Have the day you deserve.
What the hell is Juneteenth, and why do we even bother celebrating it? And to my fellow white people, this one's for you. Now I'm going to drop some knowledge on you really fast, so please try to keep up. Juneteenth was made into a federal holiday by President Biden back in 2021. Now, Juneteenth, or June 19th, is when we now recognize the official end of slavery in the states here in America. It ended in Texas on June 19th, 1865, which about 250,000 enslaved Americans gained their freedom. Now, to be factually correct, Oklahoma still had enslaved Americans, but they were only a territory. And please listen to me as I tell you this, because I'm going to point out two very uncomfortable truths here in America. Number one, there was a little over 12 million Africans who were enslaved and shipped over to the New World, and only about 10.5 million of them made it, meaning roughly 1.5 million enslaved Africans lost their lives just on transport over here to America. And at the time of emancipation, there were almost 4 million enslaved Americans who were given their freedom. So 10.5 million enslaved Americans, 4 million granted their freedom. So that means 6.5 million enslaved men and women were worked to death without compensation, plus the 1.5 million that were lost while being transported over here. Those souls are gone forever. That gives us a total of about 8 million human lives. But do you know how many soldiers, American soldiers, we've lost in all our wars, both combat and non-combat casualties? About 1.5 million. That's over 5 times as many people that lost their lives than we've lost soldiers. This is a serious holiday. And to further prove my point, speaking of holidays, Christmas is the most popular holiday here in America. And we all know Santa Claus, the guy that I look like, reigns supreme. But did you know Santa Claus was created as a marketing campaign by Coca-Cola Bottling Company, yeah, Coke, 125 years ago? Have you ever wondered why Santa's red and white, Coke is red and white, why Santa and Coca-Cola dominate Christmas? We care more about Christmas than trying to fix and repair our past where we enslaved innocent people and just celebrating them getting their freedom. I think that's kind of messed up, and I'll be proud to celebrate Juneteenth tomorrow in Cincinnati at the FC Cincinnati Major League Soccer game. We're having HBCU night, and I'm going to soak in the moment and the importance of what this night means. I'll see you on the road.
Do you know the real history behind Juneteenth? Because I honestly learned it a lot more recently than I'd like to admit. And so today, in honor of Juneteenth, we're going to learn about the history together in less than 60 seconds. Many of us were taught that slavery came to an end with the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. But for enslaved people in Texas, freedom actually didn't come until June 19th, 1865, hence Juneteenth. Here's how. In 1963, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, right? We all heard it. He established that all enslaved people in the Confederate States shall be then, thenceforward, forever free, or whatever he said, right? But in reality, the Emancipation Proclamation actually didn't apply to many states. There were people across the South who actually didn't receive the news for years until the Civil War ended. It wasn't until more than 2 years later that Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, with the announcement that the more than 250,000 enslaved Black people in the state of Texas were to be freed. Although emancipation didn't actually happen overnight, celebrations broke out among newly freed Black Americans, and thus Juneteenth was born. In June of 2021, Congress passed a resolution signed into law by President Biden that actually established Juneteenth as an official federal holiday. Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Happy Juneteenth. Today we celebrate Black liberation. We acknowledge that day, June 19th, 1865, when Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, to let the enslaved know that they were free. 2 whole years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued. But as we acknowledge that day, we also have to acknowledge that the 13th Amendment that abolished slavery had a huge exception. The language says, except as punishment for crime. And so today, we have 19 million people who have felony convictions. And those convictions prevent them from accessing things like good jobs, affordable housing, educational opportunities. And so as we celebrate today, and celebrate we should, let's also commit to working towards a future where freedom isn't hampered by these exceptions.
Hi, baby dolls. So today is Juneteenth. Okay, and you know what that is? That is a federal holiday in the U.S. that commemorates the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. And Juneteenth comes from June 19th in 1865, which is the day that it happened. Now listen, I'm not going to tell you that I know all about it because I don't. All right, so do some research, look it up. Juneteenth, it's spelled exactly how it sounds, you know, but I think it's wicked important. It became a federal holiday in 2021 when President Biden signed that into effect. I think it's such a good idea and long overdue, right? Of course we should be commemorating that day. Like, give me a friggin' break, you know? And to anybody out there who thinks that that it shouldn't be a holiday, I don't care. It is, okay? So shut your pie hole. Okay. Love you.
So lovelies, first of all, I want to say a happy Juneteenth to all my brothers and sisters all over, the world, to all the black brothers, the black sisters, the queens and the kings, and as we celebrate this, Juneteenth. Sorry, the video is actually coming on the 20th. It was supposed to be on the 19th, which actually is supposed to be the day of, Juneteenth and all of that. So, guys, this is a time for us to reflect on our history, on our struggle. And there's one thing about, black people, me personally, like, we are just like a strong shield. The more a lot of people want to pull us down, the more people want to come in between, the more they actually want to drag us down. We are some kind of, a force that cannot be dragged down. Like, we have actually achieved a lot upon, being free from being enslaved. We have really come a long way. So as we all are celebrating this day, as we all are, reflecting back to our struggles, the struggles of our ancestors and how they actually fought through tooth and nail to get us all this far. And it is just something that is reflectable. I want to use this medium to say that we have really come far, and I thank God for where black people and black community entirely all over the world has gotten, that we have really created wealth for ourselves, even no matter how they try to pull us down, no matter how things have been going on in so many wrong directions and all of that. We still have a way to actually pull ourselves up, and this is one good force about being someone of my own type of skin. And it's something that is very commendable. There is something that is very, it's something that is, we are just a force. There are so many things that have happened in the days, in the week, and all of that. So many, name calling, so many things, pan colored, try to show themselves and all of that. But we look for a way. We actually find a way to escape through. Juneteenth is actually a day of reflection, a day to celebrate, a day to remember the people that fought to nail for us to be freed and all of that. Even though some people want to still make it, to be their thing. There's something about Pankalo. Nobody's actually, telling you not to celebrate with us and all of that, but you shouldn't make it a thing of, okay, Freedom Day. I understand the first woman that actually I stitch her video, the first, sister I stitch her video, trying to like, I understand all of those things, but we all are so super grateful for the place we have, come to be and all of that. I am super grateful for finding this community. Like, I want to personally appreciate my subscribers, my viewers, people that stitch, comment, and all of that. You guys are just another set of, brothers and sisters that I I have not even seen face to face, but I feel so connected to you guys. Like, seriously, anytime maybe I see stitches and videos I post here and all of that, I just feel so connected. Even if I'm not seeing you guys, with all the comments you guys leave on my videos, the videos I stitch. Sometimes I just, before I go to sleep, I just go down, read all the comments. I just feel a huge connection. So I'm super proud of how we are, where we started and where we are going. And I believe that it is actually, our ancestors, God, Yeshua, and all of that is just seeing us through and our struggle. And I know that I believe that our struggle will never, be something that is thrown away. It is going to, and it's actually yielding fruits. So as we all celebrate Juneteenth, even if I have posted after Juneteenth, it's a means of our reflection. We can, Google, research more on our histories and all of that. I want to wish each and every one of us a beautiful one. And let's just keep standing together, because it says that together we can actually move mountain. But when we begin to like see each other as, enemies, that is when we might not even achieve our goal. So both male, female, queens, and kings, happy Juneteenth. Thank you so much, lovelies, for all your love, for all your contributions. And please, on the video I just stitched, leave me your own thoughts in the comment section, and I am super ready to get more educated by you guys. If you know more of the things that happened during Juneteenth, you can just put it in the comment section. Leave me your own thoughts, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. If you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. And I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.